Ocho, you remember a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
I said they need to put Derrick Henry in the eye.
Oh, yeah.
Let him dot the eye. He's not an offset back. He's not a zone read back. He's a long strider. 4 yards is not enough. Put him at 8, toss it to him, or hand it to him. Derrick Henry, 209 total yards, $1.99 on the ground. He caught a touchdown pass. The Ravens look very, very good tonight. And all 3 phases of the game, offense, defense, special teams. The special team didn't really, the kicking game really didn't come into play because when they got the ball down there, they got the ball into the end zone. The Baltimore Ravens are starting to look like the Baltimore Ravens we expected them to look like. Lamar Jackson, again, outstanding performance. For what was he, 13 of 18, 156, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. Derrick Henry, 24 for 199. I wanted him to get that. Man, he wanted that thing bad. He wanid that 2 bills. It's something about 2 bills and 199.
Somebody got to give you the word. Like, I have a staff, man. They tell, like last week, just yesterday, they came and told me, hey, Travis need 10 more yards to go for another 100 for his, 6th consecutive game.
Right.
So we was getting ready to try to get him a quick slant or something to get him his 10 more yards because we're aware of that stuff. But the game, it played out differently, and I didn't want to be insulting to throw him a ball when we're up, by margin. Mm-hmm. So the staff tells you that they should have gotten that 1 more yard, man.
Right. Yeah, well, he needed 6. No, he needed 4 because he had 196. He came in, he got 2. He got upset because on the last possession, they tossed it to him. And he wanted a straight handoff. He wanted to hand it to him. He didn't want to toss because he know the defense is going to be flowing. Because if you know you need that many yards, guess who else know you need that many yards? The defense.
But all his big plays came from the toss sweeps, though. That's probably why they did that. All his big runs they broke came from the toss sweep.
And the fullback, but I didn't like it because what they did is they had the fullback in the offset. So I like him straight up in the eye. But when you watch this game, Ocho, what did you like about what you saw from the Ravens?
Listen, they look completely different than what they looked the previous week 1?
Week 1 and 2.
Yeah, being able to run the ball. I kind of feel sorry for the receivers. I feel sorry for Zay a little bit. I feel sorry for Aguilar. Mark Andrews and Likely because they're not getting the touches I think they should because the running game is so efficient, especially tonight. The play action worked a little bit better because the running game was so efficient. Derrick Henry doing what Derrick Henry does. We saw the Derrick Henry of old that we saw when he was with Tennessee, somewhat in his prime. Obviously, being able to hit his head off the goalpost. And I'm not sure how old Derrick Henry is, but he went 97, 95, and nobody.
They couldn't catch him.
87.
Nobody can catch him.
Couldn't catch it. He had great win. He had great win.
Yeah.
There you go. I see.
What? What don't you mean? I just said he had great win. Chad, what was I saying, Ocho?
Ocho, the Lions hold on and beat the Seahawks. Yes, the Lions hold on and beat the Seahawks 42-29. Jared Goff was a perfect 18 of 18, 292 yards, 2 touchdowns. St. Brown threw a touchdown pass to Jared Goff. So on the night, they were 19 of 19 for 273 yards, 3 touchdowns. They ran the ball extremely well, considering they didn't have a lot of plays. Seattle had over 30 more plays than they actually ran, Ocho.
Yeah.
But the plays that they did run, they made them count. They don't count the plays, make the plays count. And the Lions do an unbelievable job. Gibbs, 14 of 78, 2 touchdowns. David Montgomery, 12 of 40, 1 touchdown. 28 rushes, 116 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Can't get better than that. They had 3 touchdown passing, 3 touchdown rushing, as they hold on to beat the Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith was 38 of 56, 395, 1 touchdown and an interception. He was sacked 3 times. Kenneth Walker III, 12 carries, 80 yards, 3 touchdowns. Geno had 5 carries for 36 yards, and Zach Charbonnet had 2 for 15, 19 rushes, 133. Damn it, DK, I needed you to get in the end zone for my parlay to hit. They put him down at the edge. I had almost St. Brown.
I thought that was a touchdown.
I thought it was too, because I thought his elbow hit down on the
exactly over the line.
Yeah. But the Lions win, Ocho. The Lions offense, they can run it. They can throw it. They got a lot of receivers. Jameson Williams. They got obviously St. Brown. Tim Patrick's there now. Man, they Laporta. The backs can catch it out of the backfield. Detroit is to be dealt with. I mean, because their offense gonna put a lot of pressure on you now. The thing that concern me about them is the defense give up a lot of plays.
Yeah, definitely. We got we gotta talk to somebody. Got to talk to Terrion Arnold.
Yeah,
about all the holding calls. All the penalties. Use your hands at the beginning, but once they pass 5 yards, you got to play with your eyes and feet, baby. You got to play with your eyes and feet. Understand the game, read the game based on the receiver's lineman. If you want to be up there, you want to be up there, press. If you miss, just ride the hip. Just ride the hip. Stop being so handsy so you stop getting some of those calls. Now, I think one of the reasons that Detroit was able to win this game, for one, the interception Geno threw, then the fumble by Decaf, if I'm not mistaken, those were points that the Detroit Lions scored on. I might be wrong. I might be mistaken, but the game was so good because each offense was very efficient.
Yes,
they were very efficient. They were back to back when it comes to scoring, and these are two offenses that can damn near score from anywhere. Detroit is so good at being able to run the ball. It makes when it's time to throw, it makes it that much easier for them. It makes it that much easier. But I think the difference in the game was those got that interception and that fumble. It kind of made everything lopsided because then Detroit was able to score on those two possessions
because if you're already down, Ocho, you can't turn the ball over. You're already down. Yeah. If you're already down, so now you allow somebody to still take a possession away from you, and so now you don't get points unless you can turn points to on their possessions. You're behind the 8 ball. The Seattle was 5 or 10 on third down. Detroit was 3 of 6 on third down. Seattle was 1 of 2 on fourth down. Detroit didn't have any. Detroit ran 50 total plays. Seattle ran 78 total plays. Seattle had 516 of total yards. Detroit had 389. Both had 11 drives. Yards per pass, Detroit averaged 12.4 yards per pass. Seattle averaged 6.5. Penalties, Ocho. Detroit had 12 for 101. Seattle had 9 for 70. See, Ocho, this is why I can't coach. This is why. Carlton Davis 3 times gave up contain, and tell the people at home what happened, Ocho. Twice they scored.
Twice, yeah.
Kenneth Walker, he has contained. Damn.
Yeah, you got
contained.
You got to shoot him back inside to everybody else.
How many times you think AG went over there with him? Okay, you got contained on this. He goes into the line right there. All you got to do, you contain. Now you got a 2-yard loss. It's 2nd and goal. You get caught down inside. He bounces it, touchdown. The same thing happened again on the 20-plus yard touchdown run. He get caught down inside, and then he gonna hit his hand like, no, yeah, it's your fault. Yeah, you effed up. You absolutely effed up. And then again, on a run, he got caught down inside. Bro, you have contained. But you jipping and jabbing with the referee. Bro, you got contained. That's your job. You got one responsibility. It's the one time, guess what, Ocho? You ain't got no pass coverage responsibility. You got contained.
Yeah.
If that guy starts your way and reverses field, you done your job. As long as you don't let him get the edge, you've done your job. He tried to do somebody else's job.
Listen, when they watch film, they're going to let him know. And then, Carlton knows that. Carlton is a veteran. He's a veteran. Listen, you got to flush that back inside to your help. Flush it back inside to your help. You don't want to be in a foot race with Kenneth Walker going around that corner any goddamn way. Make your job easy. Make it easy for yourself.
I was like, Lord, see, but this is why I can't coach, Ocho. I'll lose my mind. Yeah. Because how many times you think they went over that during the course of the week? Contain.
Hey, forget about going over it through the course of the week. How many years you think you've been practicing it, knowing in that corner that you have to contain the outside and flush whatever's coming your way back inside to your help? Like, goddamn, you learn that in Pee Wee football.
It's like if you're a linebacker, they call it setting the edge.
Yeah.
You never let your upfield shoulder get turned. If you ride him all the way to the sideline, if I keep my upfield shoulder, Ocho, if I keep it square to the line and he can't get outside, I've done my job. I don't give a damn what he going to AC, he going to B, he going to A. I don't give a damn. That's not my responsibility. I have the edge. I've got to set it.
Yeah. Same thing with the DN.
You got one, Ocho, you got one responsibility.
Right.
You ain't got no pass coverage. You ain't got no A gap. You got no B gap. You got no C gap responsibility. Yeah. All you have to do is you got contained. Don't let him bounce outside. If he doesn't bounce outside, son, you done your job. I can't ask you to do anything else.
Hey, listen, even with the mistakes, they won the game tonight.
See? You see? What did Coach Saban say on football? He say when you play poorly and you win, that's the kiss of death. Yeah. Never accept anything in a win you wouldn't have lost.
But listen, that's the first thing. That's the first thing Coach gonna tell him now. The first thing Coach gonna tell him, we won the game. At the end of the day, it's about winning the game. I understand Coach Saban's quote about it being the kiss of death. But when Dan go in there and talk, listen, we lost to the Seahawks the last 6 times we met. The last 6 times we played the Seahawks, we lost. Tonight, we won the game. Now, are there things that we need to clean up? Absolutely.
Absolutely. I think, and the thing is, like Prime said last night, when he talked, they played North Dakota State, and everybody like, man, he said, yeah. He said, yeah, we want to win, but it's got to be more than winning, especially because a standard has been established. The standard is the standard. We play to a level, not the scoreboard. If we play to the level that we know we can play, the scoreboard will be reflective of that. That's what, man, it's Ocho, it's just really hard to explain to people when you understand what your purpose is and what you're trying to accomplish.
Right.
And people that don't live their life like that and don't adhere to that, they don't get it, Ocho. They really don't. They really don't. They really don't. And it's hard. I mean, I would look like sit and have a conversation to be on a panel with Tom Brady, or to be on a panel with Peyton Manning, or to be on a panel with Ray, and guys that get it, to understand what winning is about and what it takes to win. Because you don't win. See, people think you win the game on Sunday. Right. You win the game Monday through Saturday. That's when the game is won. Yeah. You just actually play the game on Sunday, but that's not when the game is won. And people don't understand that. And it's, oh, well.
You know what the funny thing about it? Before you go on, when you think about it, even though it's a game of football and people might not understand it, but you can relate to the people if you kind of explain it to them in their way, in the different facets of life in which they have to do their job. And you got to do your job the right way, because you can't cut no corners.
It needs to be a situation where you work at Google, you work at Apple, where you're trying to produce something and you own a timeline. Right. I mean, if you just go, you go punch a clock, and I get it, and I don't want to minimize anybody's job. Right. But I think the thing is, Ocho, like an Apple or something like that, a computer analyst or something that requires that, bro, if you don't get the job done, they're gonna get you up out of here.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That goes for all jobs, not just for Google and Apple. Even on a smaller scale, if you ain't getting the job done the right way and you're trying to cut corners.
But see, the thing is, Ocho, like if I work at a fast food restaurant, I don't care if I sell more burgers than the other my competitor. That's not the same. I'm here to get my $15, $20 an hour, and I'm gonna get up out of here. But when I'm in competition, then you need to be in competition to understand it, to feel that. And so hopefully people understand what I'm saying. I'm not trying to minimize anybody's job, but when you're in competition and you're trying to accomplish something, then you get it. Exactly what I'm saying. The Lions improved to 3-1. They head into their bye week. Damn, I would hate to have a bye week this early, Ocho. And come back and have 13 games left. I need to have my bye week in the middle of the season. I need I get the first 8, I come back, I got 9. Or I have, I go 8, 9 weeks, and then when I come back, I got 7, 8 games. Yeah. Man, I ain't 13 games in a row.
Yeah, that's crazy. And the funny thing about it, it doesn't give the players any time to rest. And if you have any injuries, I'm not sure what the Lions or it's the Lions that got the bye week, right?
Lions.
I'm not sure what their injury status is right now, but if some of their important players are hurt or injured, this is good for them to be able to have that bye week. And hopefully with those next 13 weeks to go, you hope everybody can stay healthy and make that run for the important half of the season after things goddamn given.
Yeah. But the Lions head into their bye week, Ocho, 3-1. They scored 42 points. 42-29 over the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
Like you said, they head into their bye week 3-1. They get some much needed R&R. But hell, Ocho, I just started. The season ain't before but a month old.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Listen, the fact that you just said the season only a month old, do you know how many injuries we have?
Oh, yeah.
Just in general. I mean, throughout the league in its totality.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about significant injuries. I'm talking about just soft tissue, ankle here, or just stuff where you just out, you're just missing time because of for whatever reason. I know injuries happen, but like it's just the number is absurd on how many people are hurt, and we only in week 3 or we in week 4. It makes no sense.
The Jets lose to the Broncos. Aaron Rodgers annoyed at Saleh's comments on offensive cadence.
That's not good. Head coach, quarterback all.
I mean, head coach said one thing, star player said something different.
Glad it wasn't me, because I'd be on the cross like this. Cross up, boy, send Barabbas. They be on the send Barabbas. I'd be on the cross. That was me.
They got to get on the same page.
Hey, man. Lord have mercy. I don't even want to comment on that.
They need to be on the same page.
Hold on, Ocho. When has Rodgers ever been on the same page? He marched to the beat of his own drum,
but you
bro.
Y'all know that.
Coach
out there. You can't do your coach like that. You can't throw your coach.
He's always done that.
Do that.
He's always done it. When has he not done it? And see, that's what happens when you're great like that. You got MVPs. You won a Super Bowl. Ain't nobody gonna say anything.
Hold on. Let's get this straight, big fella. Everybody on this thing was great now. Yeah. We ain't liking greatness on this call.
No, but I'm saying, but time you know how when it comes to the quarterbacks, the more hardware you have, the greater you are, the greater people are willing to sweep what you say, what you do under the carpet.
That's another. Not for us.
No. Stop.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Now you got to forget who's saying it. Now you change the quarterback that makes a statement like that. They ain't sweeping nothing under the rug. And Rodgers can get away with that.
No.
Stay with me now.
That's my point.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
That's my point.
But when does it stop? When does it stop?
Never.
No.
One thing about it, everybody in this game has a shot clock.
Oh, yeah.
everybody in the game has a shot clock.
Guess what happens? It happens to everybody. They'll tolerate you until they can replace you.
That's right.
Did you not see what happened in Green Bay with the quarterback before Aaron Rodgers? Did you not see what happened to Aaron Rodgers? They will tolerate you. Go back and look. AB situation in Pittsburgh. They will tolerate you until they can replace you. And when they replace you, they done. It happens.
AB, Shannon ain't talking about you because you know AB will shoot back, Shannon. I just want you trying to say you. AB relentless on this one. That's my dog. I love you, dog. That was Shannon. Shannon say he's sorry. He ain't want to talk about you. Leave him alone.
The one thing I've learned about you, what you told me is that, hey, block that noise out. You know who you are.
That's right.
Somebody saying this about you or calling you this. You know that's not who you are. So why does somebody that you don't even have no dealings with saying something about you bother you?
That's right.
Be like, bro,
it's the attraction. It's the attraction. Most people are attracted to hate. I'm attracted to love. Show me you love me. I got you.
Love too. But listen, I'm attracted to love too, but I need a little bit of hate. Prime. I like a little. I need a little bit of hate. I need a little balance. Like on Twitter, like on.
See, you probably got ping pong paddles on your bed, and you ain't got no ping pong tape. You probably want to be spanking all that.
I got a whole dungeon. I got a whole dungeon. Special room.
Yeah. See, I don't want to hear that.
I'm just telling you about me.
You got a swing set.
You want to see it? I got a swing set right
here. No, I do not want to see it, though.
You know what, Chat? For those of you saw the movie 50 Shades of Grey? That was my script. They took the film. I sent in footage. I was supposed to be Christian Grey. I was supposed to play that part. So they took my script and the footage. I sent in visual reference to show them what I could, what I had and what I could do and what I do at home in my little dungeon. And they went and made a movie out of it. I sued and all. I won.
The sad thing about it, it's a little truth to that, what you're saying. See, that's the thing that they don't understand. It's a little, to every good joke, it's a little truth to it.
Listen, one thing about it, my last name in heart, and I don't tell no jokes. I lie for you before I lie to you.
Well, y'all, hey, I'm clean. I'm clean as they come. I'm time. You know me. I'm clean as they come. Time.
Yes,
Ocho. Antonio Pierce, head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, liked an IG post speculating that Davante Adams might have played his last snap with the Raiders. Sports Illustrated wrote, don't be surprised if Davante Adams has already played his last snap with the Raiders. Michael Fabiano, how do you say his last name? Michael Fabiano. Liked by Antonio Pierce.
You have to understand, when you hear things like that, or when media has speculations like that, it comes from somewhere, It ain't coming out. It ain't coming out the air. It ain't coming out the air. So the fact that we're in the social media area, Antonio Pierce and many other coaches have social media as well, and the fact of him liking it. What did Antonio Pierce say in his
He says, I have some guys out there making business decisions, and we will make business decisions moving forward.
If Davante Adams happens to end up with the New York Jets, I said it first. If Davante Adams happens to end up, there was one more team that was in need of receiver. If Davante Adams happened to end up in Kansas City, I said it first. Okay,
he ain't going
and
to
if
Kansas
it ain't Davante Adams in Kansas City, it will be Amari Cooper. You could book that.
Or what you call him? Or I'm sure what you call him want to go there too. D-Hop.
But I
because I was surprised that they didn't get D-Hop when he was available last year.
They weren't paying enough money, remember?
I thought that would be a good...
They were cutting me short on the cash.
Right,
If you throw me the bag, you know what I can do.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing, Ocho, is that what you gave up to get Davante, you're not going. Nobody's gonna give you two first rounders to get a wide receiver. Because guess what? I know you want to get rid of him. See, Tyreek got what he wanted because it caught everybody off guard. Nothing. There was no speculation. As a matter of fact, did they lose the Super Bowl? They had just lost the Super Bowl. I think they lost to Tampa.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. No. They lost to Cincinnati in the championship game. That was Tyreek's last game. Because remember, they ended up picking a pass. He threw a deep pass, and it ended up getting picked off to Tyreek. Nobody knew that Tyreek wasn't available. Yeah. Drew wanted to do a deal. Tyreek wanted to be a highest paid. The one thing is hard. They're not going to let you force the hand. And they says, okay, you can go shop yourself. So it's like, hold on. We mean to tell we can get Tyreek, knowing that there are some teams out there, Ocho, they really need a receiver. You're talking about one of the top three, he probably ain't going to get past 3. So you got one of the top 3 receivers available.
Whatever you want.
What is it going to take to get him?
Whatever you want. But listen, you got to understand that them Kansas City Chiefs are in dire need of a playmaker. I mean,
I don't think they give up. I don't think they give up two first rounders
at this point.
I don't.
Okay.
No, that's my point. You're not going to get in return what you. Ocho, you know how it is. You buy a car. The likelihood of you go buy a car right off the lot. Keep it for 3 weeks.
Not. And I think
you're not going to get what you paid for.
I think the Raiders understand that. But why would you continuously keep a player that's not happy around? That is let it be known that he's not happy and he wants to be out. He's not vocal about it. But look at his body language. Look at his mannerisms.
Right.
You know, they're gonna make it happen. I'm telling you,
this is not what he signed up for. He thought that when he came there, he was going to play with his college teammate. That's what he thought. And after 1 year, his college teammate was gone. And so now he played with Aiden O'Connell. He's like, bro, who going to get me the ball? Because y'all got people out here thinking I'm losing a step. I'm stepping off a cliff. And y'all not paying attention who throwing me the ball. I had Aaron Rodgers. I get Derek Carr. And guess what? I still go for $1,500, make first team All-Pro my first year with a new team. They trade quarterbacks, and we got these quarterbacks that's throwing me the ball, and y'all expect me to make, wine out of what? Y'all at least if y'all gave me water and grapes, I could make wine. Y'all giving me vinegar and say, go make wine with it, Davante.
One person turn water into wine, man.
Yeah, but they say, what Davante say, well, that's what y'all want me to do. Just give me some grapes. I get the stomping, little water, sugar. I can make something happen out of that. But you give me vinegar. It's going to be bitter.
They're going to be all right. They're going to listen. Antonio Pierce said he's going to make some business decisions. They're going to make it. And I'm telling you, if you end up with the Jets or if you end up with the Chiefs, I said it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's 28, 29 million.
Yeah.
Hold on. Ocho, let me ask you a question. And this is what I tell people all the time. When they need to pay him, I say, where did they finish in the division last year? Last? Well, they can finish there without him. I mean, Ocho, you can finish last in the division and not pay a guy 29, 30, 40, $50 million. I mean, if I'm paying that kind of money, shouldn't I be first?
I mean, well,
on the cusp of being first? Now, they had a huge come from behind win, down 10 points again to Cleveland. They came back, beat Baltimore, down 10 points. So they have resiliency. They have resolve.
Remember. Now, in order to be efficient, offensively, you got to have some dogs now. You got to have some dogs now.
Yes.
You think you're gonna walk? You think you?
I just think
you think you're gonna walk out there with a bunch of Chihuahuas.
Go ahead.
And you're gonna be able to dance with the Rottweilers. That ain't gonna happen. You got to have some dogs out there to be able to compete.
You do. I just think Davante at this point would be happier elsewhere.
He won't say it, but I say it for him.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's like, I've worn out my welcome here. I can only do so much. I play a very dependent position, and the people that I'm depending on, I can't or I shouldn't be. There ain't nothing worse than being, Ocho, you know how you need a ride and need somebody to take you somewhere, and you already know, hey, bro, I need to be here by X time, and you are the worst thing you need to do in anything. Need a ride, be in a relationship where you're dependent on that person, because you get dependent on a person, they treat you like any kind of high. Think about it. Somebody making the money, they expect you to take whatever they dishing out. Where you gonna go? Who gonna treat you like me? Well, I can go anywhere and get treated just like this here. I might not have the means, but at the end of the day, you treat me like stir fry.
It's a lot of folks in situations like that. Now you preaching now.
It is. But it's like my grandfather, and I tell this all the time. I remember my grandfather very vividly telling my aunts, because they had gotten grown, they were still at the house, and they wanted to come in, they wanted to come in 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. My grandfather say, don't grumble and stay. Grumble and leave. He said, tell me what an SOB I am at your place. But you ain't gonna tell me what I am at mine, because you're not coming in here at the time that you want to. Grown folks have their own place. Whole bunch of grown folks don't stay with other grown folks and then try to tell them how to run their house.
That sound like roommates, huh?
That ain't happening at Barney Porter's house. So guess what happened? They got this stuff in there. Don't grumble and stay. Grumble and leave. Tell me what a mofo I am at your place.
Right.
Man, I can't stand that mofo. He make me sick. But you at your place saying that. You're not finna say that here. Man, look at Barney. Hey, Ocho, man, look here.
Yeah.
You talk about Hurricane Paula? Look here. Barney Porter, they play the drums. Hey, man. He did not play with his kids or nobody's kids. He was matter of.
Right.
Imagine what I am magnified times 10. When that joker say, I'm going to be at your house at a certain amount of time, you better be sitting on that porch. When he said, I'm coming to pick them kids up to go to Bible study or go to Sunday school,
he right there,
and I'm going to be there at X time, it wasn't no, hold on, Mr. Barney.
You better be ready.
Oh, no. What? Where do you think we got that from, Ocho? He did not play that. When that man said we leaving for church at this time, Lord have mercy. I should have had my brother tell you. Ask him.
Yeah.
That joker didn't play at all. He was quick to say, look here, all that joking and kiki. Right. He said, great, grown men don't play like that. All that kiki, that's where I get that kiki from. Oh, no. But I tell you what, Chad, if y'all see my brother, ask him. Say, Sterling, man, I heard your brother talking about your grandfather. Tell us what he was like. See what he say.
Yeah, I gotta ask you about that.
See what he say. Commanders lead the NFC East with a 3-1 record.
Wow.
2-1 away. 42-14 over the Cardinals.
What's that name?
Younghoe Koo kicks the Falcons to a win over the Saints.
No, you ain't what you said, dog.
Younghoe?
You talking about
Younghoe Koo?
No, you can't. That's not their name.
What did I say? I said Younghoe Koo.
Who you talking about?
What's his name?
What's the name?
The kicker for the Falcons.
You see what I'm saying? Don't try to change it now, dog. You got to stop that, man.
Younghoe or Younghoe? Younghoe.
How's it spelled, dog?
Oh,
yeah, okay.
But look
how
how it spell young. Look
how they spell it young?
H-O.
You know what this?
No, they don't spell
how
it
you know how to
like
spell
we
that,
spell
you
it.
know how to spell it
I think they spell it Yueng. And
she. Oh, it's a she?
No. She.
I get to be a she.
Oh, Ash spelled it wrong. Oh, Younghoe Koo. But see, but it's Younghoe.
That's what he said.
You said Younghoe.
No, I said Ash is my producer. Hold on. Listen to me. Hold on. Okay, Ocho. Okay, what is this spell?
Who wrote that for you? Ain't nobody name.
H-O-E.
That ain't nobody's name.
What is that spell?
That is nobody's name. That is nobody's real name. And you gonna say it.
That is.
That ain't nobody's name.
That's his man's name.
That is not nobody's name spelled like that. You know there ain't nobody's name spelled like that.
That is his name. Actually, that is his name. That's the way it's pronounced Younghoe, but it's spelled because she put it on there as Younghoe. But if you go look at it, it's Y-O-N-G-H-O-E.
Go. That makes it go. Go.
The Falcons defense and special teams make big plays and thrilling wins.
You got my stomach hurting, man.
Thanks, DB, Paulson, Edibo, who picked all game, committed a 30-yard pass interference penalty, set up the Falcons.
Now you want to go to half.
Younghoe's kick. He kicked a 58-yarder. This is the second victory in Falcons history in which they scored 0 offensive touchdowns, 2 or more defensive or special teams touchdowns. The last time it happened, Week 9, 1977, in a win over Detroit.
Man, we were barely born then.
I think Lehman Bennett was the head coach back then. They had a good defense, but they had a good defense back then. You know,
we were 10 years old. You weren't in Atlanta.
Man, you crazy. That's back then. I was in Atlanta. You know, they had Buddy Curry, Fulton Cotton Dolph.
You know, shoes take that serious.
White shoes.
You really wear white shoes.
They had Steve Bartkowski.
That's what I'm saying. People don't understand.
Absolutely.
Billy White shoes take that serious.
I've never seen it without white shoes. White dress shoes, sneakers.
Church.
Yes. He probably go to the bathroom. I ain't never seen a man poop that much.
That's all that junk.
He's like an old man. He must be took Metamucil or some prune juice or something.
Hey, y'all got me in tears.
He stay in the bathroom.
Hey.
Joe Burrow and the Bengals get their first win over the Panthers. Ocho, your Bengals playoff prediction still alive. Joe Burrow put together another solid Day completing 22 of 31, 232, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. In the team's rushing attack, Chase Brown, Zach Moss combined for 131 yards, 2 touchdowns on 30 attempts.
Listen.
Ocho,
the Bengals look good today. Obviously,
we
did play the Panthers. The Panthers, listen, I said some things about them before they played the Raiders. Obviously, Andy Dalton is in there now. They look decent. Deontay Johnson had a good game. Xavier Leggett, you got to show up for your quarterback, baby. You got to hold on to some of those balls. Mingo, y'all got to do. Listen, y'all got to show up. My Bengals, we won a game, but again, people will say, "Oh, you won a game, but you played the goddamn Panthers." That's no disrespect to them. We needed this game. We needed this game to get some continuity, to find some rhythm.
That's a grown man.
Jamar Chase, boy, you look good.
That's a grown man.
Listen, this is why you pay a receiver like that, because you get the results you get today. You taking no. But again, he showed today why he should be paid.
Off to him.
Keep doing your thing. They probably
in this day and age of the bag,
for a
guy to be playing and he hadn't got his bag and everybody else has, that says a lot about his character, man.
Lamar Jackson had something he needed to get off his chest this morning. This is a team sport. I'm not out here to satisfy when I throw. I'm not out here satisfied when I throw for 300 yards, but took the L. If I throw for 50 yards and we win, that's what the WTF matters. Y'all stop commenting on our social about yards and FanDuel or parlays ain't hit.
Listen, the players don't care nothing about that. The players don't care nothing about that. They don't care about them.
Hell no. I don't bet Ocho what I'm getting out of it. If I let's just say, Ocho, somebody got you in your parlay. Ocho over under 100 yards. Ocho, touchdown to the parlay. Ocho score. This guy scored. So you hit a parlay. You bet $50. And you got all these guys. You got Ocho as one of your guys, and another guy's one of your guys, and that thing hit for like 4,000. How much of that you getting Ocho? So why Ocho give a damn about your parlay? It's tough because y'all jumping on these guys' timeline like, hey man, you cost me my fantasy. Oh, you cost me, bro. I didn't play well enough and we lost the game. Why I give a damn about your fantasy more than I care about this game? I get it. And I want you to have success as much as you possibly can. But I don't be reading my comments like, hey, man, are you on my fantasy team? Oh, man, this dude picked me in his fantasy. Right. Let me go out there and try to get 3 tubs and 100 yards. Lamar ain't looking at your fantasy saying, man, he got me. I need to rush for 100, score 2, run for 2 touchdowns, go for another 250, another touchdown, so I can make sure my guy win. Lamar ain't thinking like that. Lamar said, I'm trying to get this. Lamar says, I'm trying to stack as many many dubs as I can. I want to have home field one more time. And I want to see if I can do a step better than what I did last year. That's what's going through Lamar's mind. Lamar ain't thinking about no fantasy. Fantasy don't do nothing for Lamar. Unless he got a fantasy and he his own quarterback on his own team. But no, that ain't got nothing to do with Lamar. But guys, I see it all the time. Guys like, man, you cost me my fantasy. And guys like, bro, I don't care nothing about your fantasy. I really don't. I don't care nothing about your parlay.
I can tell you why 80% of NFL continues to get hurt and the injuries, the soft tissue injuries, continue to increase year in and year out. I can tell you, but nobody want to listen to me. But no, the NFL teams want to bring in all these goddamn specialists with all these goddamn pie charts and shit, on what you're supposed to consume and how important your nutrition and intake is, and everybody continues to get hurt. Don't listen to me. We play a fucking barbaric sport, but all you motherfuckers are eating like goddamn rabbits and wonder why your body can't hold up, and it's only week goddamn 3.
Yeah.
But you don't want to listen to me. Huh? 11, 12 years, no injuries. All I did was dislocated my goddamn finger once. Shit. But don't listen to me. Listen to the motherfucking people that never played a sport before, but they telling you what to put in your goddamn body.
I'm gonna listen to the guys like Megatron that said he ate healthy and Jerry.
Who?
Megatron.
Okay. That's a good one.
What about Jerry?
Jerry, that's a good one.
I mean, look, to each his own. I just felt that I was gonna get in what I put out. And so, like during the season, I wasn't eating anything bad. That was just me. But here's the thing, though, Ocho. The mind is the strongest muscle that you have. You believe eating that wasn't nothing gonna happen, and you convinced yourself. Most people believe that if they eat healthy, they'll be healthy and they'll perform better.
It ain't happening because all them motherfuckers hurt. They on IR. Soft tissue injuries. My hamstring, my ankle. I
But
mean,
Ocho,
listen, I'm talking about it hurts me because the best players are the ones getting hurt. And on Sundays, I want to see you play. I want to see you play. I'm mad at Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua had a historic rookie season last year with the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
You know what he ate every day last year? He had McDonald's. He was a McDonald's advocate just like I am. He changed his diet in the offseason and started eating healthy. It's not a coincidence.
But you have to understand, though, Ocho, a lot of guys don't have your frame. They eat McDonald's, eating that bull jive. They're gonna be 300 pounds. They're gonna be 20, 30 pounds over their weight.
Time out. What you mean? A lot of guys don't have my frame. It's only one me.
Exactly.
It's only one. I know. Hey, listen. I know I'm built like a He-Man figurine.
Mm-mm. You're not
6'3",
not
230, chiseled up. I know.
Not
Everybody can't be built like this.
No.
I'm a specimen.
Yeah,
I'm a specimen.
A lot of guys that eat. We got weight. I don't know if y'all had weight, had to make weight in Cincinnati.
I was overweight a few times.
Mm-mm.
Hey, listen, Marvin fined me like 15,000 right before the Ravens game. Right before the Ravens game. I came in at 225.
I ain't worried about that. I think the thing is, Ocho, is that I don't think the guys give their body enough time to rest.
You don't think so?
I don't.
They barely even practice.
No, but I'm saying I'm talking about all they do is they go from soon as the season over, they start back running and they don't take no time off.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Damn, give your body take a month, take 2 months off.
I don't think that's it. Hey, we were doing 2 a day.
Yeah, we took a 2 months.
They don't put the body through the ringer enough.
Yeah,
they're not practicing enough.
Ocho, but
you got to get the body ready for that.
Brandon Aiyuk looked like he.
Right.
They were saying he threw a tantrum, but he and Kyle Shanahan had a healthy conversation when Kyle told him to change his shorts and switch black to black. Aiyuk eventually did after talking with Shanahan, but as you can see, he did so reluctantly.
I like the red on red. He trying to match.
There's no, Nah, not when everybody else got on black.
Everybody else got on black.
What you notice, Ocho? Yeah. That ish was never going to fly. This ain't no all-tournament team. This ain't the Pro Bowl where you wear your own helmet. This ain't that what that is. I mean, but I don't get the reluctant Ocho. You look down at yourself like, damn, I'm the only one that got on maroon. Everybody else got on black, and you thought that was gonna be okay. And I saw people in the comments talking about, oh, is that why they're losing? I can tell y'all never been a part of anything.
Yeah, I mean,
that explains
it's a little nitpicky, but I understand what you're talking about because I've been a part of that. I've been a part of that structured environment where you gotta, dress the same, wear the same thing. Everybody's one band, one
it's
sound.
It's a team sport, Ocho. I thought it was a team.
I understand, but if they were winning, if they was 3-0, if they was 4-0, man, Shanahan wouldn't care about them goddamn shorts.
No, he wouldn't. Bull jive.
When things aren't going well, everything is.
If you 6-0, could you do that in New England? If you could do that in New England, if you 6-0, could you come out there and different?
Hey, you know the what you call it? Hey, Chad, listen to me real quick. Let me tell you something about Bill Belichick in New England. If you ever played football at any level, in the equipment room where they have the mannequin on how you're supposed to dress, you got the thigh pads and the knee pads and the shoulder pads. You had to dress like that for practice. Man, Bill ain't play that. You had to have thigh pads. You had to have knee pads. You had to have your hip pads. Man, Bill was tripping. Now, game day, you could do what you want to do. Man, Bill had me out there like I was at Liberty City Optimus or something. I had every pad in. It was so funny. And you had to have every pad in or he sent you back in. He sent you back in.
Mike was however you play in the game. That's how you can dress.
Bill ain't play that, boy. Oh no.
Yes. So, because we were one of the first teams. I got it from Ricky Jackson. Ricky Jackson was the first person I ever saw that had no thigh pads, no knee pads, no pads. Ricky pants were clean. And I'm like, man, Ricky Jack did it. Hell, I will do it. So we started, myself and Ed. And then, because we cut the lining out and everything, had holes all in the side. And then they started sending them to professional tailors. And that's why they looked like they were spandex. That's why they looked so smooth, because we ended up sending them to the tailor and they doctored them like that. But ain't no way in hell you are not coming out there. If Mike said we're going to have on this, everybody, it's a team sport. You going to have on that. I don't give a damn if you John Elway. Right. I don't care if you TD. It didn't matter. If Mike said we coming out there in blue shorts,
want to. Yeah.
All right, you bring your ass out there in the orange shorts if you want to, or some grays. Nah, Mike ain't playing. Right. And Kyle is just like his dad. He was I don't know what Brandon Aiyuk thought. Mm-hmm. The moment, I about to had him on Ocho, but the minute I hit that door and I saw everybody had on black shorts, I'd have turned my black ass back around and went and got them black shorts.
He had him underneath.
Because I already know how this going to end.
Good. Now all they got. Hey, who they? The 49ers play tomorrow?
Mike, he go.
If the 49ers play tomorrow,
I'm sure they do.
If Brandon Aiyuk have a good game, he got to have a good game. Because if he doesn't have a good game, he gonna have a good game.
They play the Patriots.
He gonna have a good game, and if he doesn't, they gonna go back.
And Mike still ain't gonna let him come out there. Mike still ain't gonna let him come out there.
Guarantee you.
Oh no! I don't care how he can go for 200. He's not gonna dress. Mike Kyle is not gonna let him dress different than the team.
I'm just saying I can see the media jumping on him about short incidents. You know how we are.
Oh yeah.
I see it.
Oh, the structure is very. Man, look, Coach Davis tell us, look, this ain't no all tournament team. Ain't nobody. Hey, y'all ain't finna dress out here like this here. Right. Somebody dressing like that. No, we ain't finna do that. This is a team. We're going to have structure. We're going to have discipline. And when I say everybody, hey, Ocho, you know how this thing works. Offense got a certain color jersey. Defense got a certain color jersey.
And the quarterback got on his own color jersey. That
now, Mike Wood. Oh, don't you touch him. Touch him if you want to. Because, hey, like Coach Davis said, hey, son, can you play quarterback? Well, stop effing hitting that one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but you understand, Ocho. You understand structure in a team setting. You don't want anything. Hold on.
Chat, what's up, chat? How y'all doing, chat? Shit, I love y'all, chat. Shit, call me if y'all need me. 786-235-5412. You know, I'm here for you. What the hell? Hey, you know what he looked like?
You supposed to be in the bed.
He looked like Alf. Remember Alf?
What?
He looked like Alf.
Yeah, I do remember Alf. Hey, Willie.
Hey.
You supposed to be in the bed. Why you up? Ocho, the game that it was football. It wasn't a whole lot. It left a lot to be desired. The Cowboys beat division rival Giants 20-15. The Cowboys improved to 2-2, while the Giants fall to 1-3. Again, the Cowboys win 20-15. Dak 22 of 27, 221, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. They ran the ball. They had 80 yards on 23 carries, so it's nothing to write home about, Ocho. Let's not get overexcited. The Giants, Daniel Jones was 29 of 40, 281. He had an interception at the end of the ball game. Didn't really matter. They had 24 attempts for 26 yards, Ocho. But Ocho, when I look at this game, there are like 3 throws that if that's another quarterback, the Giants probably win this game. He had Neighbors. Neighbors ran a tremendous route, had Diggs beat, and he was behind Hooker. And he hung the ball up. They knock it down. He had Slayton on the goal ball.
Slayton on the right, against the young boy.
Ocho, you remember they had an end. And people like, well, he should have caught the ball. But I'm not getting into it with people that never caught the ball for a living. So you and I about to have a conversation. Right. Like when I put my foot in the dirt and I'm driving directly back to the quarterback, I'm expecting the ball to be here. Or if it's low, I can get my body on top of it. If he throws it outside of my body, if it's high, I'm expecting the ball to be right between my numbers or my eyes. I can catch it like this. If it's high and outside, I can do that. When he throws it low and outside, now I got to dive for it. If the ball doesn't hit my hand, it's probably going to hit here. And if it hits any part of this, it's gone. It's incomplete.
It's gone. Yeah, it's going to get away from you every time.
And that's what I'm trying to explain. Yes. And if he gets pressure, I could understand if Daniel Jones had pressure. But he had no pressure on that. He has to step and deliver the ball. It's 2 or 3 throws in this game that got away from him. That's the difference, because they're not good enough right now, Ocho, to overcome those types of mistakes, those kind of miscues. If you're like, you Kansas City, you one of these better teams, you could overcome something like that. But as you go along and you play better teams, even then you won't be able to overcome it. But people don't understand. People think, well, hit his hands. Bro, stop it. Stop it. It's just not. I know y'all done heard, and everybody say, if it hit your hands, you should catch it. Well, if you didn't catch balls for a living, and a lot of people that talk about it didn't catch balls for a living, stop. Stop.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, listen, it's a very difficult catch for those of you that don't know, to have an errant throw like that when you're trying to drive back to the quarterback and he throws it away from where you're going to, and you have to adjust your body. It's a very, very difficult catch.
Because it's low and outside, Ocho.
Yeah, and now there are some receivers who can probably make it that are natural pass catchers of the ball. Natural pass catchers can probably adjust and make that catch. But for most of the receivers in the league, it's a very, very difficult catch. Again, Unc, like you said, you're not going to win games like this. I think if the Cowboys didn't look that good tonight. I think they played decent. And if it was any other team outside of the Giants, five of the field goals, at least 2 of those or maybe 3 of those might have been touchdowns, and the game would have been different.
I agree.
The game would have been different, and another team would have won. But the Giants, listen, Daniel Jones has to make some of those throws. The one to Malik Neighbors should have been 6. The one to Slayton should have easily been 6 if he hadn't underthrown it. Those were layups, and
you can't miss them.
If we can get some consistency at the quarterback position in New York with the weapons he got, they will be fine. But right now, the quarterback is costing him a little bit.
It cost him a lot of bit.
Getting down in the red zone.
He cost him a lot of bit. Because, Ocho, the thing is, they're not good enough to overcome that. See, the thing is, when you're challenged offensively, you have to. I've been in a situation. I played on the 2000 Ravens. We were challenged offensively. But what we did when we got you in the right defense, you were in the wrong defense. Right. We had the right play call. We punished you. We had to, because we couldn't miss throws, because we weren't that good. Right. We weren't the 98 Minnesota where they had Chris Carter and Randy Moss and all those guys. We weren't the Patriots and what was that, 07? We weren't the Broncos in 2013. We weren't that. So you have to understand who and what you are. And when the opportunity presents itself, I just remember, look, anytime somebody made a mistake, we had to make them pay. And if we made a mistake, Brian used to always look, if we make a mistake, let's just make sure we hold on to the ball. If somebody whiffs a block, quarterback, and you get hit flush, just hold on to the ball. Running back, if somebody gets whiffs, just make sure you hold on to the ball. Now, on the flip side, Ocho, we catch you in the wrong defense and we got the right play call. We've got to hit our head on the goalpost because we're not going to get that many opportunities, and we're not going to go out there and score 30 points a game. It's going to be a nip-tuck ball game. We make 1 or 2 plays and we're going to turn it over to our defense. That is the way the Giants are. The Giants are not good enough offensively. They can't run the ball well enough. Their quarterback is not consistent enough. Malik Neighbors is going to look fantastic. I like Wan'Dale Robinson. Slayton is what he is. But I think he's good enough. But the quarterback position is not. You can't miss those throws. They're too routine. They're too routine for you to miss, and you're not good enough to overcome them.
Yeah. And also the refs need to get out of the way, That first half.
Oh, that wasn't no face mask. They called face mask on the wrong damn guy.
Man, listen, they threw more yellow flags, boy. More yellow flags than Big Bird got fellas. You hear me? The refs were all in the way of the game in the first half. I didn't know what in the world was going on. But other than that, listen, it was a snooze fest, no disrespect. And if you look at the Cowboys schedule, I think the Cowboys' next 3 games Like they're gonna have to play better than they did tonight. I know they won the game. It feels good to be at 500 going into week 4. That's a good thing. It's a positive thing, to be above 500 or at 500 for that matter. But it's not gonna get any easier.
No,
it's not gonna get any easier.
No. I just think the thing is that when you're in a situation like the Giants, Ocho, when you're challenged offensively, I don't think their defense are world beaters, but they play well enough. I love Thibodeau. Yeah. I love Lawrence. I think there was a solid player. I like the secondary.
Well, they got to get Adoree back. Adoree's hurt right now, and they got some other pieces that are out right now as far as the secondary is concerned. Once they get them boys back, I think they solid. They not the best defense in the league, but they can play some goddamn good ball, especially with that front. They got up there with Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns.
Yeah, Burns. They can pressure the quarterback. You got two edge rushers. Lawrence can collapse the pocket from inside. They're decent. I think their front four is the strength of their defense. I think that's where they're gonna make their hay. That's where they're gonna be like, okay, guys, we've got to win up front in order for us to have a chance at the linebacker core in the back end. But we have to do what we need to do up front. But at the end of the day, your quarterback can't miss those throws, Ocho. He just can't. Yeah. I'm sorry. And guys, I don't, I'm not trying to, it was 2015, and maybe y'all take consolation in that. And see, the thing is with me is, Ocho, when I look at a game, I don't watch the sound. I'm not looking at they scored a touchdown. Yay. I'm looking at why you scored. Okay, the ball is incomplete. I'm looking at why it's incomplete. I'm looking at a situation that's a coverage. And I'm like, bro, why in that coverage? You have to understand. And people got mad at me. I was like, bro, I understand. That's court. Well, if AJ, but that wasn't AJ. That's not AJ. That first of all, Davante is 60 pounds less than AJ. So even if AJ collides him, it's going to be incomplete. That's not Davante game is not physicality. It's finesse. You have to understand that. And in that situation, that down and distance, that area of the field, it's about physicality. Because you're asking him to cross his face or collide him, because the one thing you don't want happen, the best thing is that you score a touchdown. The second best thing is incomplete. The absolute worst thing is what, Ocho? An interception. And they got the absolute, there were 3 things that could have happened, and they got the absolute worst. So when I look at the situation, I'm telling you, if Daniel Jones make 2 throws tonight, the Giants win this game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Either that one to Neighbors or that one to Slayton. That one to Slayton should have put the nail in the coffin. That one to Slayton should have put the nail in the coffin. You talk about winning bad at the line. Not only
and then he gave a little nudge, Ocho. Then he gave a little nudge. He got a little more separation.
And he gonna look at film. Daniel Jones gonna look at film. The receiver's gonna look at film, and they're gonna be upset. The coach is gonna be upset because they know that's a game they could have won. If not only, listen, we score 5 field goals. All right, that'll get you beat. But the fact that you missed the throws as well, on top of only scoring 5, getting 5 field goals, that ain't gonna win you no games.
It is not, Ocho. It's not like you barely in the red zone. You way down there. You in the 5. You at the 5-yard line. And look, they had a great play called what's his name? Overshawn made a great play. They had a play to Rondell Robinson. They put him in motion, and they swung him out of the backfield, and he has to come from his inside linebacker spot, and he has to make a play on the wide receiver. Tip your hat to him. He made an unbelievable play because, son, look, you're going to have one-on-one. That's the guy you got to beat. You either run his ass over or you got to make him miss. Those are your only 2 options, but you can't let him tackle you in the open field. That's what they say. I'm telling you what they're telling him, having been in situations like that, having been in offensive meeting rooms and saying, look, that's the guy. You got 2 choices. You run his ass over or you make him miss. Those are your only 2 options, because if you do one of those 2 things, the ball's in the end zone. Other than that, we got to kick a field goal. And what did they do? They kicked the field goal. Give Overshawn credit. He made an unbelievable play. Unbelievable. But you've got, especially because if the Cowboys are settled for 2 field goals, you're right there with them, Ocho. But they got touchdowns.
Right.
So now think about it. You got 4 field goals. They got 2 touchdowns, and they're in front by 2 points.
That's it.
Then they kick a tackle on another field goal. Now you need a touchdown to take the lead, because a field goal won't help you. And that's what I'm telling you, because you have to look at the game and like, well, damn, we kicking these field goals. They got 2 touchdowns and they got us. They got us right now. But in that situation, man, Daniel Jones he has to make those. He just has to, Ocho. He has to. In order for the Giants to have any level of success.
If not both of them, make one of them. If not both of those throws, make one of them. Because one of those throws, both are touchdowns, but just make one of them. And the game is completely different.
Yeah, I agree.
Completely different.
I agree. That's the difference in the ball game, because you look, like we said, there are a couple of plays here or there. It's not the totality of the game. Yeah, you can look at it and say, okay, it's 60 minutes in the ball game. But when you go back and break it down like we have for decades, you go back and you're like, okay, this might have been the play right here that could have broke the game up for us, that could have swung the momentum in our favor, and who knows what happens after that. But we got to make those plays, especially if you're as challenged offensively as they are. And the Giants are challenged offensively. They don't have anybody that put fear in your heart in the run game. 24 carries, 26 yards. That's not striking fear in nobody's heart. Neighbors is legit. He legit. Wan'Dale Robinson, you can win with. Slayton, he's okay. He's hit or miss.
Yeah.
I mean, he can light you up for a big day, and then some days not so much. But they leave a lot to be desired offensively. And when you leave a lot to be desired offensively, when your opportunity presents itself, Ocho, it's like a situation where a guy, you might only be in the room with this good-looking woman one time. At some point in time, you got to find a way to make your way over in her vicinity and get her attention.
And you better make the most of your opportunity.
You never know.
You better make the most of your opportunity.
Exactly. And don't wait too long. Because while you over there, man, should I? Yeah. And next thing you know, somebody else done walked in there, he up there talking to her. And now you like, damn, I done blew my opportunity. Yes. Yes. And so that's how you have to approach it if you're the Giants. The opportunities are not going to be there often. But when they do present themselves, you make sure you're in position and you make that play. So the Cowboys moved to 2-2. They get 10 days off now. They play again. They don't play again till the following Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. 20-15. They win over the Giants, go to 2-2. Both of their wins on the road, both of their losses at home. The Giants fall to 1-3, and they're 0-2 at home.
Wait, what's the Cowboys got next? I mean, they got 3 hard games in a row, don't they?
Got, Ash? They got the Steelers.
Woo! Who they got after that? Boy, Guyton got
Steelers,
Guyton on
Lions,
left tackle.
Niners, Falcons, Eagles.
Shit. Oh my God!
And then
that's 5 in a row. But that's a 6-game gauntlet right there.
Yep.
That is a 6-game gauntlet.
We're gonna fight. I remember when I was with the Broncos, Mike would always tell us win, lose, or draw. Looking at the schedule, and we took it one at a time. Said we're gonna find out a lot about ourselves over the next several weeks. We broke. I mean, a lot of times, Ocho, Mike would have the board blacked out, so the only thing you could see was the next opponent.
Right.
He says it's a 16-round fight. We're gonna take one round at a time. So, I mean, obviously, you can look at the paper, you see the schedule or something like that. But on the board, when you walked in, the only thing you saw was the opponent you were about to face. He didn't want you looking down the road. The most important game on our schedule is happening Sunday. It's happening Monday night.
Yeah.
And keep you focused. He said, but we're going to find out a lot about ourselves. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like finding a lot about myself. I like finding I am whatever I say I am. If I wasn't, why would I say I am? That's what I want. Hey, I needed to know. I thought I was pretty good, but the team that we playing, they got a Pro Bowl All-Pro safety. They got Pro Bowl All-Pro corners. They got Pro Bowl All-Pro linebackers. Okay, Shannon, you talk about you the best? Hell yeah! And when I leave this game, they're gonna say I'm the best too. I'm the best I'm the best tight end, and I'm the best ish talker for sure.
Oh man,
that's what you missed. You missed that, huh, Ocho?
Oh yeah. You know that. Listen, I talk with the best of them now. I talk with the best of them. I didn't wear a mouthpiece for a reason.
I didn't either. People like, man, you don't wear no mouthpiece. No, man, I ain't got time. I done put my hand in the dirt. I done slapped the dude on his back. I done slapped him on his ass to my good job. And you think I'm about to reach in my mouth and pull my mouthpiece out? I wish I might. And plus, I didn't want to take time to put, hold on. No, I just want to be talking on cue. Shut the.
Yeah.
I'm on on site, whatever, whoever. Man, shut up. I wasn't even talking to you. But since you ran your mouth, I'm talking to you know what now?
You gonna get it too. Chad, if you saw American Gangster, the Dallas Cowboys in Blue Magic, you ain't got to do nothing to it. You didn't got to do nothing to it. Just sell it as it is. It's gonna sell itself. Come on, Jerry.
Somebody might get a little bit more credit. Because you think about it, if you look at the 90s, what did they talk about? They talked about Jimmy and the triplets. Nobody mentioned Jerry. Even though once Jimmy left, he was yakking. It was the triplets.
Yeah.
It was Troy, Emmett, and Michael. When Jimmy was there, it was Jimmy. How about them Cowboys?
Right.
Jerry despised that because he saw Al. When you play with the Raiders, it's always been Al Davis. It's always been about Al. It's kind of like in the Yankees, before Mr. Steinbrenner passed, all those great players, once he purchased it from CBS, I think in 73 for like $7 million, it was about George. Jerry learned how to be an owner from Al Davis. It was always about Al. And that's what Jerry wants. He wants that attention. Most owners, Mr. Kraft, you look at the Rooneys, back, we good back here. Eddie DeBartolo for the 49ers before his sister. Now Jed York and them had the York family has it. They in the back.
Right.
Clark Hunt. Yeah. Before his dad, Mr. Rest his soul, Lamar, I played the Chiefs. When his dad owned the team, I mean, you didn't even if you didn't know, it's something when the owner is the centerpiece of your franchise. There's something to be said for that.
Yeah, most definitely. And listen, I don't think they will see success until things change. And I'm sure Jerry's not going to step down because he's already made the comment that who can run the team better than he can. Well, obviously, he might be the issue because they haven't been back to a Super Bowl, the last 25, 27 years. I'm not sure what the number may be, but it's one thing about him. He's a great salesman.
Oh, yeah.
That's why the fans and the city, everyone continues to buy in because he's going to sell you. He's going to sell you a dream,
man, Ocho, they killing Jerry. They killing Jerry in the chat. They say Jerry be taking that it's a game of inches, literally. Man, y'all get out of the chat. Come on, man.
Hey, that's a good one.
Yeah, but that's a good one. You're right. You're right, Ocho. You're absolutely right. This is what Jerry wants. Jerry's like, anytime you're talking about the Cowboys, be it good, bad, doesn't matter. You're talking.
Yeah. Long as you're talking. That's the damn problem.
Like I said, I played with Mr. B. Mr. B, I mean, before, like early on, Ocho, he'd be on the sideline. He have his fur coat on, his mink or whatever the case may be. Boom, in the sideline. Mr. Modell stood in the back. The only time Mr. Modell, I was there 2 years. Now, I don't know what he was like before I got there, and I don't know what he was like after I left. The only time in the locker room, Mr. Modell spoke after we won the Super Bowl. He broke down and started crying. He said, I'll never forget what y'all did for me today. He said, I'm proud of you. He said, I'm very proud of you now. He said, I'll never forget what you did today. That's the only time. Mr. B, I don't recall Mr. B talking in the locker room. And I was there. We won back-to-back Super Bowls. I don't remember Mr. B talking in the locker room. Right. But I guess go ask the Cowboys. Can they remember a time Jerry not talking in the locker room? When Jimmy was there. Why you think Parcells left?
Yeah, listen, Bill Parcells, and I see a lot of people talk about Bill Belichick taking the job in Dallas. Like you talk about, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. Bill Belichick is no different than Bill Parcells. Like all that talking, the number one thing, being a part of the Patriot way is one of the things that Bill Belichick despises, and you cannot do. You cannot talk to the media. You can't. Say nothing. Short and sweet, to the point. Don't talk. Don't give a team any bulletin board material. And you think Bill Belichick is going to the Cowboys to have Jerry front and center every goddamn time? Absolutely.
Ocho, what other owner in the NFL? What other owner in any sport has a radio show?
Oh, 105, 103.5, something like that.
Yeah, him, hey, Jerry. Man, that's my point.
You got to be heard, man.
That's it. Because here's the thing. Let's just say for the sake of argument, Big Coach Belichick says, "Well, I don't really need to be the general manager." Okay, we can see that, but he says, "Jerry, these are the type players you do know if Coach Belichick comes in there and he makes changes, that's an indictment on Jerry, because Jerry believes the players that he had are exquisite. Coach Belichick comes in and says, I need this type of player."
Right.
Uh-oh. Now what?
Yeah, we got a problem before it even started. The show didn't even start yet. The credit. Listen, not the credits. What you call it? What come on before the movie come on?
Oh, the preview.
Oh yeah, the preview. The preview's on. They ain't even getting. They still in the previews and they already butting heads.
Ocho, but here's the thing: if Coach Belichick comes in and the Cowboys get to and win the Super Bowl, who gonna get the credit?
Oh, Bill. Oh, we talk about Bill.
The one thing that Jerry despised. That's why he ran Jimmy off. What other coach will run a coach off after back-to-back Super Bowls, considering they hadn't won one since the 70s? So they hadn't won one in damn near 20 years. And the coach that comes in and gives you back-to-back, and you got a 25-year-old Troy Aikman, 25-year-old, a 24-year-old Emmitt Smith. You got a 26-year-old Michael Irvin. So you got those guys in their absolute prime. And you say, the guy that got this. Now you got to go.
Ego, boy. Ego. Pride. Listen, your pride fall first before everything else do.
I think the greatest thing that's ever happened was what we saw in New England, and we might not see it again. Because Mr. Kraft set his ego aside, and for the longest time, Tom and Coach Belichick set their egos aside. And then somebody started listening to the noise and said, who deserves more credit? And then all of a sudden, Tom did not want to leave New England. Tom wanted to be a one-helmet guy. He wanted to be that. He deserved that. I mean, some people deserve that opportunity. Like Coach Smith, North Carolina, he deserved to stay there. As long as he didn't get embroiled in a scandal, he deserved to be there. Right. Coach K at Kentucky. Coach Summit at Tennessee. There are certain coaches, Coach Bryant, Nick Saban, certain coaches, because they've been exemplary on the field and in the community, they get to finish on their terms. Tom Brady has been everything. The player, he was supposed to play. And this is the one time that Mr. Kraft supposed to have to put his foot down and say, Billy, that's what he calls Coach Belichick, Billy, I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. I'm not.
Damn.
I'm not. Because he said Tommy was like a son to him. The value in that franchise was because of 1-2.
Yeah.
He gave his mom a Super Bowl ring. Family members don't normally get Super Bowl rings. I gave my brother my Super Bowl ring because it meant more for me for him to have it than it ever would to me.
Right. That's live.
So, but no, Tom was supposed to be there for perpetuity. Tom's supposed to, roll, if he got a motorized scooter, a cane, a walker,
right.
But he's supposed to have been there. And for whatever reasons, Coach Belichick thought it was over. And it started way before then, Ocho. It started way before then when Jimmy G And
the
guy wrote that article, Seth Wickersham, and somebody else, Mark Faderwada or somebody else wrote an article about the power struggle that was starting to happen. And Mr. Kraft put his foot down and said, you will trade Jimmy G. He basically gave Jimmy G away to the 49ers. He adores Kyle Shanahan. He has the utmost respect for Kyle's father, Mike Shanahan. So he's like, as basically an FU to Mr. Kraft, well, I'm going to give him away.
I mean, listen, he was going to be next in line. He was going to be next in line. And as the franchise quarterback, I don't want the person who is next in line, my successor, to be looking over my shoulder, because at any point when I'm not playing well or as good as I should be based on what people are used to seeing, now y'all calling for Jimmy G to be the starter. Man, y'all got to get him up out of here.
But you got
to get him up out of here.
What I've relayed and through my experience and being around great players.
Right.
Great players, as they start to age, they only get compared to them younger selves. Who could you compare Tom to? Who did you compare Peyton to? You compare them to them younger selves. So that's what the great players, that's their honor. Comparing a 35, 36-year-old to a 24, 25-year-old. And although Tom, I mean, it's not like he had 3 games in a row the man threw for 150 yards. But considering because Edelman has started to be involved in a little bit few too many car wrecks, it has started to affect him. Gronk has started to get nicked a little bit more frequently. It has started to impact him. And so the weapons that he once had were plenty, but the collisions had started to add up. So that started to impact him. Well, Coach Belichick thought it was Brady. He didn't look around at the surroundings to see, man, if I get, maybe upgrade something.
Right.
Because Brady had taken pay cuts for damn near for 20 years. So what the hell you hiding the money under your pillow? So where were you spending the money? And he had started to reach because a lot of times when you become great, Ocho, you start to take unnecessary risks. He had such success. He got Gronk. He got Aaron Hernandez in the 3rd round. He got Gronk in the 2nd round, who was a 1st-round pick, but he had the back injury. Hernandez was a 1st-round pick, but he had the off-the-field issues. He dropped to the 3rd. You get Edelman in the 7th round. You get Amendola in free agency. You get Wes Welker. People don't really know. And so he had some good picks early on, especially defensively. But his wide receivers, the wide receivers he was picking was terrible. Terrible. But well, it was fun. 20 years. Look, who wouldn't take 20 years, 6 Super Bowls, 9 Super Bowl appearances, Ocho?
Yeah, everybody would.
Yeah, they would.
Everybody would. But you know how hard it is to win 6 Super Bowls?
Hell, I know how hard it is to win 1. You talk about 6.
Yeah, you talk about 1. Yeah, you know how hard it is to win 1, let alone to go to 9 and win 6. You can't even do it. It's difficult to do that in the video game Madden, let alone in real life. That lets you know how great and how much of an icon goddamn Bill is.